There's one more question. This is from Calvin Satayacum. He leads the Puyallup Tribe of Indians Facebook page. He says that both of his parents were and are enrolled in Puyallup. His question is, when are we going to see more council members actually in the canoes in the sweat lodge at the ceremony? All that up in the office and cameras is great, but if you don't act like a real person, what is it for and what does it mean?
That's good. That's good. Well, obviously, we definitely need to have our leaders leading the way, whether it be, in a canoe or in the sweat lodge. Definitely that's needed. There's no question. I know when we attended the last year's canoe journey, it was really neat to see some of the other tribes' leaders out there. It would be great. I don't know if I'm in the best of shape to be pulling a canoe, but we we definitely want to get involved in that, and Rob has invited me to come and participate in a sweat, and we're going to be doing that. So yeah, I think it's important, absolutely.
So I guess is this on? Oh, there it goes. So I guess with going along with Calvin's comment and then thinking about the fisheries and the crabbing and the gooey duck and thinking about our future, I'm wondering if what Calvin's getting at is that maybe there needs to be more involvement in our community. Maybe there needs to be more time and effort spent towards preserving our artifacts. There's where does our culture and our ceremonies fit into the tribal government?
It has to be a vital part of that, and we need to look to those who have that knowledge and those resources, and look to them to make them available and share them with the rest of our membership. We have a cultural preservation department, that we can support and encourage to continue to do that. We have a cultural program. We can continue to support them. But we really need to get, again, like I said, those people who know that information, that have that knowledge, and start sharing that with those that may not have that knowledge, So, and I'm sure that those folks would be willing to do that. The people that I've spoken to are definitely willing to do that. So, can you wait for the mic?
Our path, instead of us dictating money, for our benefit. And that's what I was trying to ask you in the beginning. What is our identity? The Puyallup Tribe of Indians, but then again, we're in this business. Now that we have the casino, so now we're business people. And in your T-shirt saying, "Why not us?" And so I think we really need to identify that. And I think that now our tribal council has been doing other than what tribal council stuff. Gosh, I don't want to offend anybody for anything, but maybe. For paying a bill, can you help me with my bill? I think if people did their jobs. I go to the health clinic, those people are working their tail off above and beyond the call of duty to me. That's how I see it. And I thank them for showing up and for being there and doing their job. And I think if council was allowed to do their job and have an administration that supported and showed up and did their job, when I call the tribe and it goes to a voicemail, it's a little embarrassing if I'm calling, with a friend or something like that. I got the voicemail. I called the tribe, the second largest employer in Pierce County. And so now more than ever, I believe in this election and the next couple of elections is vitally important that, I acknowledge and I thank our tribal council members today for what they have done and how they've gotten us to this point. However, I think now more than ever, we need people that have the education, whether it's in business or whatever it may be, but have education that can help deal with the millions and millions of dollars and stay focused on doing their government job and having an administration that supports them and allows us. It'd be nice if we had a council like, well, okay, you're into culture. You had that committee, you're into the youth. You had that committee, you're into, what I'm saying? That'd be an ideal world.
Yeah.
But what I miss is the cultural part of it. I asked David Bean a while back, I said, because he says we all have all this salmon for our ceremonies. I said, really? Besides that first fish ceremony, what other ceremonies does our tribe?
Right.
He says, well, there's the first fish, there's, I said, right, I know there's powwowers in here, shakers in here, Native American church, sweat hogs in here and stuff like that. But I think that we need to, get back to who we are and not let this money, this per cap money or whatever, dictate who we are and our identity, but to dictate to that money and use it to benefit who we are as a tribe, and I don't know where I'm going, but, we have all these things like when you say, why not us? Why do we still have the Emerald Queen Casino riverboat? Why isn't our port being developed? Why don't we have a small business incubator for helping these 17-year-olds? Why aren't we, helping the school board implement programs so when these children get that money, maybe they have ideas and they can let that know the value of a dollar and have that money work for them through investments. And it's not just buying a house that makes you successful. Use it for a credit, build your portfolio, so to speak. And there's all sorts of things. I think I could go on and on and on, I guess, but whatever. I think you know what I'm trying to say.
Amen. Absolutely.
I've heard a lot of, hello? Okay. I've heard a lot of good things, and it sounds like we're all on the same page. A lot that's been shared here today is some of the things that I've also had on my mind. And one of the things that really came up that, like any successful business, government, you name it, has a mission. That's the first step, is having a mission, And we spoke a lot about how much money do we have, where we stand right now. And that's one of the most important things, in any kind of project, is what does our budget look like first, We need to know what the budget looks like so we can plan for the future, so we know what we can and cannot afford. And then, incorporating our culture, all the things we talked about today, I think could probably be part of our mission, and having these meetings, will help us get there and maybe create that mission. So that's all I got. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You are absolutely right. You have to know the direction you want to go. And that's what that mission vision statement does. Yep, absolutely. Well, is there, I think, I think we're pretty much out of time for today, but I really am grateful that each of you were able to come tonight. I have just a couple of other slides here in closing, if I can get those up there. As Robin mentioned, why not us is one of the themes that we've been talking about a lot this year. We've talked a lot about different things tonight, and the things we've talked about are things that other tribes are doing. So if other tribes are doing it, why not us? If other tribes are broadcasting their meetings over the internet, why not us? If they're giving their members an opportunity and bringing our members together to have input into the development of our future, why not us? So as we leave here tonight, I just ask you to think about that. Why not us? We have so much potential. We just need to tap into it. And our membership has those answers. We've seen it here tonight. And this is the first of, I hope, many more of these types of meetings to come. I'm so glad we were able to finally get the webcast going and get that hooked up, because we were able to reach out to our members in distant lands, if you will, you know. So I'm just really grateful for that. I'm grateful for everybody who's come here tonight, for those who have helped us put this meeting together. And I just hope that we can move forward and work together to develop our future, to make our tribe and our future great. So one last slide there, and I think it's going to be pretty self-explanatory. We need to get out and vote. We need to let our voices heard. And so on June 14th, get out there and vote. Use your right to vote to protect your rights. And as we do that, we'll take matters into our own hands. We'll keep the authority and the power of the membership with the members. And so I just encourage you all to get out and vote on June 14th. One last thing, everybody's invited to our outdoor movie and video night this coming Saturday. We'll be starting at 8 o'clock. We'll be showing the movie Independence Day out at Portland Avenue Park. And we'll have a video game truck there with a bunch of video games that you can play. So bring your families out. Again, another opportunity to bring our community together, because together we can make our future great. Thank you.
Can I indulge you in one more question from my house? What are your thoughts about having an outside agency handle collecting and counting votes for tribal council elections?
I think that's a good idea. I mean, that would definitely take any speculation out of the idea, you know. So that's definitely something to consider. And again, that goes back to the amending of the election code. That can be put right in there, you know.
Thank you.
So thank you again, everybody. Appreciate you being here.